Hi, my name is Gabe Arnold. I'm the founder and CEO of Landscape Marketing Hero, and I'm excited to share with you all of this week all the tips and strategies and resources you need to be able to price more effectively so you can grow your landscaping company. And today we're going to talk about the 5 steps to help you create more successful landscaping estimates. So stay tuned and we'll dive right into it. I'm Gabe Arnold, and this is the Green Mountain Podcast. We are the champions who brave the elements to create beauty. We see chaos and create order. We are never afraid of hard work, and we understand the power of strategic thinking and intentional actions. We come from all walks of life, and we will never allow our past to determine our future potential. We create beauty around the homes of our customers and increase the value of our community with the work that we do every day. We understand the power of consistent branding because it helps us grow and serve all those around us. We practice effective sales so our company, employees, and community can benefit from the value we add. We intentionally invest in operational habits that help us deliver excellent results to our customers on a continual basis. We understand that powerful and beautiful things take time to grow, and with consistent watering and intention, amazing results can happen. We are committed to making the world a better place by being positive examples to all those around us. We don't allow anyone to look down on us because we know the value we bring to our community as leaders. We create positive workplaces for our employees so they feel safe and supported, and at the same time, we hold ourselves to high standards. We pursue excellence on a daily basis because we know the journey is worth the sacrifice. We are the protectors of the land. We are the guardians of beauty. We are the heroes. We are landscapers. Earlier this week, we talked about the fact that if you create a consistent process for how you develop your estimates, how you work through your sales process, that's what's going to allow you to have consistency and profitability, the right steps in your estimates, and you'll have also a much better relationship with your customers. And so what I'm going to walk you through today is just 5 steps that are good framework steps, a good foundational place to begin that will help you make creating your estimates more effective, more profitable, and more successful. Because not only do you, when you're preparing an estimate, do you need to think about being profitable and making sure that it's going to work well inside your company, but you also need to make sure that you're going to accomplish your customer's goal and that they feel comfortable and willing to invest with you because they're going to make a significant financial investment. So the first step in any estimate process is one, make sure that you confirm confirm your time that you're going to show up and meet them in person. I am seeing some folks now who are doing either FaceTime or Zoom calls for estimates. That's an option if you're really, really busy and you just legitimately can't make the time to be in person. But I would encourage you to set up appointments where you are in person with the prospect. And the reason for that is step 1 is connect with your prospect. And connecting with them is just really getting them to be comfortable, starting to build the relationship, because the relationship is what is going to carry you through this whole process. And if they do choose to work with you and you're fortunate and win the job and win the estimate, then it's going to be the foundation for how you're going to connect and work together over time. So connecting with your prospect is about being friendly, being warm, showing up with your heart's intention, being around how can I serve them at the highest level and how can I get to know them personally? Because when you understand the personal aspect of your customer and you understand their preferences and who they are, it's going to be a lot easier to deliver what they need. So focus on being warm, connecting. Ask about things you see around the yard. Maybe you see a trampoline or a swing set or things like that. And you can say, oh, man, do your kids like playing out here? Or maybe you do see some dog crap in the yard and you say, oh, do you have a dog here? And connect on that. Whatever it is as a starting point that you can begin to build the relationship, you just want to connect with them person to person because all of us buy from those that we like and know and trust. And so the beginning step is really just to make sure you connect personally with them. The second step is to get their vision. So you want to really get their vision for what they want to accomplish. They might be in a position where, all they need is lawn maintenance because they handle everything else. And so you get a clear vision of what do you need done? What do you need help with here? Maybe they want to transform their property, right away or over the coming years. Just get a really clear vision for what they want to accomplish and why they connected with you. And that way you're going to be able to understand, okay, here's where they're going. It's a simple account. They just want lawn maintenance. They don't want anything else. Or ultimately they want new walkways, they want to, do other hardscaping, they need trees planted, they're putting in a pool next year, whatever it might be. So really say, just tell me about everything that you plan to do with your property, like this year and the next year, even the big picture stuff that you don't want to do yet. Tell me about your dreams for what you want here. And then once they've done that, if it does get expansive, say, excellent, I've taken some good notes, I understand the direction you're going. What do you think are the priority items that I should price out for you for this year? That way you can understand where they're going, but you can get a clear scope of items that need to be handled right away. So that is really getting their vision, and that's the second step. So first is connect with them personally, start to build the relationship. The second step is really get their vision for what they want to accomplish. And then the third thing, which is really important, is ask them what challenges they've had in the past, either working with other landscapers or doing the work themselves. And say, just so I understand, because I really want to show up and serve you well with this estimate we're putting together for you. We want to make sure it's everything you need. Can you share with me any challenges you've had? Like, have you been trying to maintain this yourself, or have you worked with other landscaping companies? I want to understand if there's been anything that's come up that's been a problem or challenge, because we want to avoid that and make sure we pre-plan and proactively avoid things like that. And then just stop talking and let them talk and say, well, I was doing it myself, but I'm too busy at work, or too much is going on with the kids, or we did have another company in, but they just didn't really communicate really well, or I wasn't happy with the work. And then if they do talk about something not being up to their standards, say, great, well, can I understand more about that? Can you explain what wasn't up to your standards, or what you didn't like about doing it yourself or working with this other company? And then make sure you take good notes on that, because they're giving you the keys of how to create a great experience for them when you're working with them. So the fourth step is related to that. It's take detailed notes and end up just listing out everything step by step that you plan to do with the first project or the first years of maintenance and work. Because the more detailed you are in your notes, it's going to make it a lot easier for you to accurately estimate hours and materials, and forcing ourselves to think through every step of, like, if we're thinking about a walkway and replacing an old one, okay, we're going to have to pull out the old pavers and they're not reusing them. We're going to have to dig the base down and put gravel in. We're going to have to put crushed limestone in. We're going to have to put edging up. Like, if you list all those things out, it will help your mind break down more accurately the real time it takes to accomplish something. So taking detailed notes around the work you're going to do, taking detailed notes around the preferences that the customer has, all of those things will serve you well. The fifth step then is, once you've created that, is to present your estimate and focusing on the result that they want and the investment that will pay them over time. So if they've said, I want to put a new walkway in this year, I want you to handle lawn maintenance, and I need these 3 trees, replaced or new trees put in, then you can sit down and say, I know that you shared that you really want to improve kind of the look and feel around here. So putting in this new walkway is going to help a lot. Also, having the lawn maintenance done the way you want off your plate, or, not having to worry about dealing with another company that doesn't pay attention to the details, will take care of that. And I think I really agree with you. These 3 new trees are going to be beautiful here. And so here's the process. This is what it's going to take to do it. Here's our cost for it. Or I would say investment. I'm sorry. Here's the investment for this. And do you have any questions about it? And then just stop. Don't try to over explain. Don't try to explain your pricing too much. Just present clearly what's happened, and then give them a chance to ask questions and engage. And if they come back with something like, well, this is more than I expected, then you can say, I understand, what budget did you have in mind? And if your number was, again, easy numbers off the top of my head, if your number was 10 grand for the year, and they said, well, I was really hoping to be at like 6 or 7,000, you can say, well, I'm open to working with your budget. What things would you like to remove out of this for this year? And we can push into another year. Like, should we do these trees this year, or should we do the walkway or not? Or what things can we remove so we can get to your budget? The reason that you approach it that way is, if you just discount, you're not going to be profitable, and you're also going to lose credibility with them, because then it'll make them feel like you just made the pricing up. But if you say, hey, I can work with your budget, again, if they come back with something reasonable, then you can say, okay, well, if you can work with their budget, if you can't, say, I understand, but this is really, this is my best pricing for it. The reason is we take good care of our customers. We have these quality materials. We take this process. So you can explain why the investment may be a little bit more with you. But if they are asking for a reasonable deduction and there's multiple components in the service, then you maintain your credibility and you put it back in their hands to negotiate with themselves, in a sense, about what they don't want. So they'll say, oh yeah, I want the walkway, but that can wait till next year, or we can drop those trees, or what could we change around lawn maintenance maybe, or what could I remove? Then you're realistically getting to the number that they want to get to, and you're not including services for free, or you're not damaging your profit margin. So those are the 5 steps that I would recommend you take. Again, it's the first one is connect with your prospect, build a relationship. The second is get their vision for what they want to accomplish. The third thing is ask them what challenges they've had with doing the work themselves or with past companies they've worked with. The fourth is take really detailed notes so you can then estimate everything out clearly step by step. And then the fifth step is present your estimate and focus on the result that they want. But then if they want to make changes or things, just ask them what they want to remove to make sure they get to their budget and their number. So I hope that's useful to you. Pricing things effectively is really important. Using a framework like that, those may resonate with you or you may want to adjust it slightly, but having the same steps every time is what's going to help you be consistent in how you show up and sell. So thanks for taking time to tune in. If you need help with any of this, or if you want to check out the free tools that we have around pricing and estimating and other tools, you can go to landscapemarketinghero.com. And tomorrow we're going to continue talking about pricing and estimating and making sure that this aspect of your business is just really run successfully. So thanks for tuning in, and we will see you tomorrow. If you're ready to begin your journey up the Green Mountain, where we show you how to build a low-stress, high-profit, $10 million per year landscaping company, then head over to landscapemarketinghero.com to download your free growth map. One of our guides will be there to help you along the way. Again, that's landscapemarketinghero.com.